Soul Brew. Good morning and welcome back to Soul Brew, our 7-day journey leading up to the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah, where we hear from thinkers, artists, activists, teachers from around the world, giving us wisdom, inspiration, and leading us through introspection as we prepare for the high holidays. I'm Rabbi Bluth, host and producer of Soul Brews, along with Living Jewishly and Beth Tzedek Center for Spiritual Wellbeing. This morning, we've got a special guest with us. Today, we welcome Brenden Durell to share with us what his soul is brewing. Brenden and I met on a leadership retreat at the Imiloa Institute in Costa Rica, where we connected over ideas of devotion and drawing from ancient wisdom traditions to guide us to live enlivened and passionate lives. Brenden is a men's coach, he's a teacher of tantra, an intimacy guide, and a practitioner of the Ashanti Akan spiritual lineage in West Africa, in Ghana. He's learned from teachers all around the world, and he's here today to share with us some of his grace and wisdom. And you might also recognize him from one of Netflix's most recent reality TV shows. I'll let you peruse and figure out which one it is. Anyways, Brenden, thank you so much for sharing with us your grace, your wisdom, and your joy, and just the way you show up to life is quite contagious. So I'm excited to hear what you've got to say. So tell us, in this moment of transition, as the Jewish community is celebrating a universal day that reflects on the creation of the physical world and the creation of humanity and all of its diversity, I'd love to hear your wisdom on, intimacy and relating to one another. So leading up to Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and if this is your first Rosh Hashanah, then Shana Tova, Happy New Year. But leading up to Rosh Hashanah, tell us, what is your soul brewing?
What my soul is brewing. My soul is brewing piece after piece after piece and just sitting in it, because peace brings me the most happiness. And when it comes to peace, for me, there's so much power in it, and there's also pleasure within the peace. So for me, it's I'm always allowing that type of grace in my life. So my soul is always brewing a stillness and peace. Brewing peace internally for me, it means that I get to have this beautiful reservoir of just flow of energy, and I get to not only have that for myself, but I get to share that with my community, with my people, my loved ones, and even people, like if I'm standing at the line at the grocery store, they also feel that coming off of me. So I delve into peace in many ways. It depends on the day, and my mood, and a lot of things that are playing around it. However, what staples for me, it's I go first somatically into my body. Like I love touching my body. Like I love like rubbing my ears. I love rubbing my heart, tapping my heart, like massaging myself. I love laughter. I love these kind of bodily actions because it puts me in a state of peace. Well, let me start. My background is in professional sports. I played sports my whole life. I played baseball from Little League, All Stars, AAU, high school, college, and then I played pro ball and then international ball. Like I was 22 years committed. So my background was from a very aesthetic type of biomechanic type of existence. So when I retired from baseball, I began traveling all over the world, and my greatest teachers became cultures, became how other people were living their lives and how they were waking up in the morning, how they were going to bed at night, the conversations they were having, the physical practices they were having. So my teachers became this a mixture of the lands that I was visiting and also the people. And of course, along the line, I met very profound teachers who were beautiful reflections for me. And it was everything, it was the whole experience. So when we talk about Tantra and somatic works, it's things to do with the body, it's things to invoke the senses within our body, within our experience. Tantra is so many things to so many people in so many cultures, and even especially New Age Tantra, where it's very, let's say, sex based. But traditional Tantra, um, how I perceive it, it's 100% full body, full mind, full heart, full spirit presence, no matter what. You're just present in this actual moment. You're not worrying about yesterday, you're not worrying about tomorrow. It's about right now. And with Tantra, it teaches us to invoke that kind of feeling, that vibration into our lives. So laughing, hysterical laughter with people you love. That is a tantric experience because it's full body, and that vibration allows you to float and you feel so euphoric and good and great. So this is a somatic thing. So lining up your days where you can take time to tap into this feeling is very important, especially if, let's say, you're working um, an 8 to 6 job. You're working overnight. You're raising 4 or 5 kids, or raising 8 kids. Doesn't matter. But taking out the time to actually feel yourself is the healing. This is the tantric practice. I'm taking responsibility of my life. Okay, so 3 practices that I recommend going into this holiday. One, you got to take care of yourself. You want to head into the holiday feeling full or feeling as best as you can. And how that can look, it can be you taking time aside, go take a bubble bath, go get a delicious bath bomb, get some oils, candles, and pour into yourself. Because when you enter this holiday space, it's not just going to be you, you're going to be around a lot of family. So you want to have your cup being full. Um, Another practice I would say going into this holiday is being very intentional about what you consume, and not just eating and diet, but also what you're watching, what you're scrolling past on your phone. All of the things that go into a diet. Make your diet, as some would say, a live it. Your diet gets to become a live it because it's keeping you alive. You're alive. So what you're consuming, because when you go into the space of this holiday, you want to come in with a clear mind and with nothing weighing on you. And the last practice I would offer would be just to be as tantrically present as possible as a practice. And what I mean tantrically present, I mean when you're in this holiday, when you're around your family, can you actually be in the space without thinking about yesterday or tomorrow? Can you just see your family member and be like, I just like internally, you can just be saying, I appreciate you. Thank you for existing, because that's all that it takes. And tying into that, you are a part of this holiday. So treat yourself, your body, as if you are the ceremony, because you are. And how that looks, one, how you think about yourself. How do you see yourself? Do you feel you're just a person just going through life, just going through the motions, or do you actually want to see yourself as royalty? Because your fullness requires your full thoughts of who you are. How you do anything is how you do everything. And it's the same thing when it comes to how you think about yourself. Because if you think about yourself in fullness, if you think about yourself in love and compassion and peace, that's going to translate to everything. So with an oil, or with oils, get an amazing organic product, one that you know is very, very, very culture sensitive. You also know that it's sourced in a very ethical way, because your body deserves it, one, and two, we want to support the growth of sustainable businesses and practices. Um, that's a side note. But with this oil, bless it, put it in your hand. Every time that I put an oil in my hand now, or anything, sort of say, I say Madasi. Madasi is Tree from Ghana, and it just means thank you. I'm thanking it. And the left hand in Ashanti Akan is the spiritual hand. This is the one we give baths over. So I put things in my left hand, and I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm putting my intention into this oil, and then I start to rub it on my body, rub it all around slowly, and I'm not doing it to finish. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not doing it to finish. I'm doing it to be present and enjoy the experience. And I say this because uh, some of you brothers, my new brothers potentially who are listening to this, um, as men, we take a shower, we get out really fast. We take a shower with the soap, we're like this. We're going fast, rinse off, we get out. And some of us probably don't even put lotion on it. If we do put an oil lotion on, we go really fast. We're just trying to complete the mission. Tantra is not about completing the mission. Loving yourself is not about completing the mission, because the mission of loving yourself is never done, ever. So this oil practice is very important for both men and women because it slows you down. And the prayer that you prayed into your hand when you put the oil in your hand, you're actually rubbing that into your cells, into your body. You're rubbing it all around. So see it as a ceremonial practice. And it might bring up some stuff for you. Some of you might be like, wow, like you might feel a little bit emotional. That's fine. A lot of you might be like, oh, this is kind of like, oh, I don't know about this. Stick to it. Have devotion to yourself. Because you have devotion to yourself, it's going to translate all other areas in your life, how you relate in community. All right. For all of you watching, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes wherever you are. And I want you just to think about the word soft. I want you to soften your body. Taking nice deep breaths in through your nose and out the mouth. And again. Exhaling out. Keep breathing that way and keep your eyes closed and just think about softening. A lot of the times when I pray, I like to involve my body with it, like a soft feeling, because when I'm soft, I'm more receptive to blessings, to new information, to all the things. I'm more open to life when I'm soft. When I'm hard, things bounce off of me and fall down. So my prayer going into this holiday for the Jewish community, for the world, is that we all get back to our childlike nature. That we all remember that we're all from this large garden that is Mother Earth, planet Earth, and that we all live through a principle called umoja, which is a Kwanzaa principle of unity consciousness. That we all do our part for the community. We all have our purpose for the community. And we hold community in high value. My prayer for the world is that everybody who feels lonely and that they don't have community, they don't feel safe, that they can feel this prayer from all of us right now. Thank you to Creator, thank you to Source. Just thank you to life for keeping every single one of us going in every moment, no matter what. We're all resilient. We're surviving a lot during these times, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And that in itself is enough to celebrate. Blessings. Ashe. Amen. Wandasi.
Ba da da